to the mountains? Does my strength come from the mountains? No. My strength comes from God, who made heaven and earth and the mountains.
Grace, what have you done?
Hey, I'm Emma Saban, and this is what the Lord has taught me this summer. One thing that the Lord has been teaching me this summer is how to take things that I'm given in life and make them into something that will glorify Him instead of glorify me.
Too much to make sense of it all.
One way that I'm going to try and use that in my life this year is instead stop thinking about myself and start thinking about His glory and others and how I can impact others' lives with things that happen in my life.
Jesus, there's no one beside you. Forever the hope in my heart. Death, where is your sting? Your power is as dead as my sin. The cross has taught me to.
Hey, I'm Nora Beth Hetzel, and the Lord has really been teaching me trust this summer. I've really been learning to find joy in loss and to trust that His plan is the ultimate way. Like being joyful, just like looking at situations with a positive spirit and not like looking at it and thinking about all the negative outcomes, but thinking about how even the negative outcomes could be positive. That I've had to pray that like the desires of my heart would be changed to the desires of God's heart, and that like what He desires I would desire, so that like I would trust Him more. And that if God's gonna bring me into something, that it's for the best, and that what He took away from me wasn't gonna be something that was gonna be beneficial to my walk with Him or to my influence on others. This year, I'm gonna live that out by praying that whoever I'm supposed to meet, or whoever I'm supposed to form a relationship with, or whatever situations I'm supposed to be in, that God will give me the courage and the ability and the desire to go talk to them, or like put myself in those situations, or just like form relationships and lead other people closer to Christ while also furthering my relationship with Him.
Hey, I'm Hayden Switzer, and this is what God's been doing in my life this summer. This summer, God's just really been showing me that I found my identity in Him, and your identity can't come from what you do or the things that you're involved in, or the accolades you've made by your name, or like the things you can say like you've been given or you've earned. You gotta really find your identity in Him and not what you can do. Also, God's been showing me that no matter what your plans are, no matter what you might have planned originally or what you've worked for, His plan is gonna come through. So always be in His will. Make sure that you're not out of His will. Put God first in everything, because if something does become an idol, He can take it away. And so much of that has been a big part of my summer. The other part of my summer, the second half, has really been learning to like be wise enough to hear His call and His plan for me, and then having to be able to have the courage to fulfill that, no matter what my thoughts were on the subject.
You bring light to the darkness. You give hope. You restore every heart.
Hey, I'm Maggie Waller, and this is what the Lord has taught me this summer.
The biggest thing the Lord has taught me this summer is that His plan is greater than mine, and no matter what I think is best for my life, His plan is always so much better. So this summer, there was like two things that I was just having so much anxiety about, and I was like gonna do them and whatever, but I was just so scared and like I wasn't trusting God in it. And I thought, like, I was literally praying that I would like be taken, like I wouldn't have to do those certain things. Like I was like, God, like I'll live for you like at home, but like just I don't want to go. But it was like my plan. Like I thought that I knew. I was like, it's just gonna be terrible, and it's not gonna be like, I'm not gonna get anything out of it, and like it's just gonna be like annoying. And I knew what was best for me, and I thought that like what I had planned would be like would work, and like this blah blah blah. So anyway, obviously like God wanted me to be there, and that's what He knew I needed, and His plan is so much better. Like if I wouldn't have gone, like so many things would have been different about my relationship with God and like just like who I am. So through all this, God has just really showed me to rely on Him. With that anxiety, I wasn't turning to God. And I was praying for Him to get me out of it, but I wasn't saying, help me to get through it, like what you want.
Hey, I'm Hope Coleman, and this is what the Lord has been doing in my life this summer. So this summer, the Lord really just has been teaching me that everybody has their own story, whether I know them or not, whether they cut me off in traffic, whether they're the nicest person in the world. Everybody has their own story that I have no idea. And another thing that the Lord has really been teaching me this summer is selflessness and servanthood, and that's really something I need to work on, and something that I'm gonna carry into this next year with me, and then I'm just going to try and constantly remind myself that it's not about me, it's about the others around me and how I can serve them and how I can do the Lord's work and glorify Him through serving others and being selfless and not putting myself first but others.
This past school year, I was surrounding myself with unwholesome people that weren't the best friends, and they weren't there for me when I needed them. And this summer, through jobs that I've worked and camps that I've been to, He's shown me multiple people that are wholesome and that will be there when I need them to be. And He's taught me that for this upcoming school year, I need to be one of those people for other people. I need to be wholesome and just there for others, and a nice person.
Hey, I'm Peyton the Priest, and this is what the Lord has taught me this summer. This summer, the Lord's really taught me that no matter where you are or how far away from God you might feel, He can always use you, and all you have to do is just let Him. This year, I plan on just using that and letting the Lord use me as He wants to, and just all you have to do is say yes to God.